everyone. Now,
Yes.
yes, bacha, say.
Sir, in your period, I said that everyone's voice is echoing except your voice.
In my period, everyone's voice echoes except my voice.
Yes, sir.
Acha, anyone
Yes,
others?
sir.
Anyone else don't need to talk. My voice is not echoing, na?
No,
No,
sir.
sir.
Okay. So others don't need to talk. Okay. Chalo, everyone. Factors affecting. Yesterday we have done till here cooperative sector. Yes, bacha log.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now we will talk about factors which affect the location of industries. Students, can you all name any city which is an industrial city which was set up only to because there were industries? Any idea, any example?
Mumbai and Ahmedabad.
Ahmedabad, okay, yes. Not exactly. Ahmedabad, yes, it's an industrial city. We will talk about it definitely, yes. Okay, चलो एक मान लेते हैं. Any city, other city?
Mumbai.
No, not Mumbai. Mumbai, yes, Mumbai has many industries also. Yes, correct. But I am talking about any particular city which was established only because there was a industry there.
Bangalore.
No, not. Though Bangalore is the hub of the IT industry. Yes.
Noida.
Ha, correct. Noida. Yes. And have you heard about Jamshedpur?
Yes, sir.
Jamshedpur. Correct. Jamshedpur. Acha,
Sir, Kanpur.
No, Kanpur was always there, and later on industries came there because it was favorable. Anyone has ever heard about this place called Bata Nagar? Kabhi? Any chance?
Yes, sir.
No, sir.
Acha, no.
No.
Everyone knows Bata is a very famous company for shoes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Okay.
students, first of all, Bata, many people think Bata is an Indian company. It's not an Indian company, first thing first. And later, other thing is that Bata established its factory at a place and it was named as Bata Nagar. Same way, there are many other places. So students, and yes, as you all took the name, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Kanpur, all these areas are also industrial areas. So what are the things, what are the factors which makes a place good for industries? Here you all can see this photograph also. The factors affecting the location of industries are the availability of raw material. Obviously, raw material ki zarurat padegi, whatever that industry is, raw material, its availability. Obviously land, if land is not there, where you will make the industry. Water, as you all know, in all industries, water is a very crucial part. Labor, meaning mazdoor chahiye, workers chahiye. Power means what, students here?
Sir, electricity.
Electricity, yes. Capital means money for investment. Without paisa kuch nahi ho sakta. Capital, money. Transport, you will also need proper transportation. Industry, let us say products are made in industries, things or goods which are made in industries, they need to be transported to the market. Also raw materials need to be transported to the industry. Transport, proper roads, railways, etc. is needed. And market. Can an industry become successful if there are no markets? If the industrial goods cannot be sold in the market, can industry work if there is no market?
No, sir.
Obviously not. So please underline this thing, that all these things, raw material, land, water, labor, power, capital, transport, market, these all are the requirements for an industry. Industries are situated where some or all of these factors are easily available. बहुत कम जगह होते हैं जहां पे ये सारे फैक्टर्स आपको मिल जाएं, बट अगर इनमें से कुछ फैक्टर्स भी हैं, if you are getting some of these things also in a location, you may create a industry. Sometimes the government provides incentives. Like incentive matlab, incentive you can say What you can say? उसको क्या बोलते हैं? लालच. Incentive is kind of a लालच. हाँ, that is not greed. Incentive is किसी काम को करने के लिए आपको, let us say, I will, if you all do the work of making of Indian national movement on time, then when the school opens, you all will get a tire park. This is an incentive I gave you all. Understood what is an incentive?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
yes, sir.
So sometimes government also gives incentives, to industries, especially even to foreign industries, foreign companies to come to India and make their companies, industries. How? Through subsidized power, meaning those industries, they will not have to give the full amount of money for the electricity they will use it. Government will provide them cheap electricity, lower transportation cost, and other infrastructure so that the industries may be located in backward areas. Many times in backward areas also, government provide many facilities so that those places can be developed. Industrialization often leads to development and growth of towns and cities. As I said, जैसे Jamshedpur हुआ, like Jamshedpur. Okay, Jamshedpur was once also called Tata Nagar. Tata Nagar, okay, then Jamshedpur, Bata Nagar, even there are many such industrial cities all over the world. So students, कहीं पे अगर एक बड़ा सा industry बना, then people will come there for getting work. Many people will come in those industries to get to work. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Then
Yes, sir.
those people will try to settle nearby that industry. उस industry के सामने सामने रहने की कोशिश करेंगे. And धीरे-धीरे इस तरह करके cities बनते हैं. Like this, cities developed. So industrialization often matlab maximum time leads to development and growth of towns and cities. So always remember locational factors for industries. Here it is given very nicely: transportation, land, power, raw material, labor, capital, and market. Next, industrial system. इसको अब अच्छे से समझे सब लोग. What is an industrial system? बच्चों, industry में in industry raw materials go. किसी भी इंडस्ट्री में पहले रॉ मटेरियल जाता है. यस
Yes,
हाँ ना, पहले रॉ मटेरियल जाएगा तभी ना उस पे काम होगा. आफ्टर दैट दोज रॉ मटेरियल्स आर प्रोसेस्ड. दे गो थ्रू अ प्रोसीजर ऑफ प्रोसेसिंग टू मेक समथिंग. यस
yes, sir.
प्रोसेसिंग के बाद यू विल गेट द फाइनल आउटपुट, द फाइनल प्रोडक्ट. यस, दिस इज इंडस्ट्रियल सिस्टम. Let's see. An industrial system consists of inputs, that is raw materials, processes, and outputs. Very important. बच्चों ये question answers में भी है. What do you mean by an industrial system? So from here you will write the answer. Inputs क्या होंगे? The inputs are raw material, labor, and cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. These all will come in input. इनपुट मतलब जो चीज आप लगा रहे हैं चीजों को बनाने के लिए. सो व्हाट थिंग्स यू आर पुटिंग? रॉ मटेरियल you need labor to work in an industry to make any product. You will have to incur the cost of the land. If you are buying the land, you will have to give that money. If you are renting the land, you will have to pay the rent. Transportation cost, you will have to bear transportation, electricity, and other buildings, infrastructure. These are the inputs. Understood, students? Inputs में क्या क्या आ जाएगा in an industrial system? What all will come in the inputs of industrial system?
Yes, sir.
सिर्फ अनुष्का को समझ में आ रहा है ना? रोशन, शांभवी, स्वधा, तेजस, प्राची, others can't understand. दृष्टि? Okay, fine. चुपचाप है मतलब सब समझ में आ रहा है. Am I audible, students? Hopefully my voice is not echoing. All can hear me.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
it's not echoing.
Good. So these are the inputs. अब input का हम क्या करेंगे? What we will do with these inputs? We will do some processes to transform the raw materials into commodities. The processes include a wide range of activities that convert the raw material into finished product. Output, what will be the outputs? The output are the end product and the income earned from it. आउटपुट दो होंगे. That is end product, the finished product, and after when that finished product is sold in the market, the income which the people are earning, that is also the output. So industrial system has three components: inputs, processes, and outputs. Inputs include raw material, labor, and cost of land, transport, power, and other infrastructure. Processes, there are various kind of processes. You know, every industry has different processes to get the final product. And at the end is output. Output is the final product and what the income which we get after we sell those final products in the market. In case, one example is given, in case of the textile industry, the inputs may be cotton, human labor, factory, and transport cost. The processes includes ginning, spinning, weaving, dyeing, and printing. In processes में ये सब चीजें आ जाएंगी. The output will be the shirt you wear or the t-shirt you all are wearing. So find out, this is interesting. In the next class, I will ask you all, find out the inputs, outputs, and processes involved in the manufacture of a leather shoe. Leather shoe को बनाने के लिए what inputs you all will need? What processes are done to make a leather shoe? And what will be the output? Obviously, the output will be the leather shoe which we wear. So find about it. Everyone understood industrial system? Should we go ahead with industrial regions?
Yes.
Okay. Let me take the attendance.
Yes, sir.
Industrial regions. So students, all over the world, you have many industrial regions all over the world where industries are concentrated. मतलब पूरे दुनिया में ऐसे regions हैं जहां पे mainly आपको वहां पे तरह तरह की industries मिलेंगे. Somewhere coal and iron industry, somewhere information technology industry. Remember, IT industry, information technology industry you will also get. So there are many other, mining industry, cloth industry, etc. Industrial regions emerge. So कैसे industrial regions बनते हैं? How? So here is it is. Industrial regions emerge when a number of industries locate close to each other and share the benefits of their closeness. When many industries, you know, who are like say common industries, let us say IT industries, like in Bengaluru. Bengaluru is the IT hub of the country. Many information technology industries are there together. So, you know, that togetherness also has some benefits, shared benefits. So major industrial regions of the world are Eastern North America. It has map work also, बच्चों याद रखना map work भी है. Eastern North America, here, this part, Eastern North America, this part. Then Western and Central Europe, Western, this part of Europe, and Central Europe, this central position of Europe. And Eastern Asia, this part. Eastern Asia will include parts of China, Japan. These are Eastern Asia. Major industrial regions tend to be located in the temperate areas, near seaports, and especially near coal fields. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by temperate areas?
So the areas which are in
Okay, the areas which are in temperate zone. What are temperate zones?
Sir, the area which is neither too.
Correct. So students, it is the area of the Earth's surface which is lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. So Tropic of Cancer, let us find Tropic of Cancer. Can you see Tropic of Cancer? This is Tropic of Cancer, yes? In this map,
yes, sir.
Tropic of Cancer and the Arctic Circle. Arctic Circle मतलब ये Arctic Ocean का area. So in between these areas. So can you see most of these areas are following under this, let us say Arctic Ocean or Tropic of Cancer के बीच का जो ये पूरा area है. This portion, the upper half. Can you see that most of the industries are located in these portions only? In this Arctic region? Be it USA, be it Europe, be it even India. Yes? that is the temperate area. Okay, mostly they have summers. They are not very cold, as Digant very properly said. You know, they have moderate temperatures. They have cold winters and hot summers. So that is temperate. Okay, so next. Also industrial areas, just a second, everyone. Yeah, इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाज जो हैं वो सी पोर्ट्स के करीब होते हैं बच्चों. वेरी इजी क्वेश्चन. व्हाई इंडस्ट्रियल एरियाज आर नियर बाय सी पोर्ट्स? व्हाई? Very easy.
Sir, because to dump any waste, they can dump in the sea.
Nahi bacha. Digant, you always have your own theories. Yes, that is also one thing. Okay, but that is not why they are there in ports. Arey, it helps in the transportation, isn't it? For importing and exporting goods, raw materials. Yes, Digant, or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is a sad thing that industries dump their waste materials in oceans and seas, but that does not mean that they make industries nearby sea to dump things in ocean. Because of transportation, water transport, they can get raw materials from other countries. They can send their finished products to other markets of the world. India has several industrial regions. Like, please underline these. Isko yaad kar lo, ek jagah pe likh lo so that you remember. Like Mumbai Pune cluster, Bangalore Tamil Nadu region, Hooghly region, obviously in West Bengal, Ahmedabad Baroda region in Gujarat, Chota Nagpur industrial belt, you know, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, in these areas, Visakhapatnam Guntur belt, Gurgaon, Delhi, Meerut, we all are very, you know, it will include the Noida part also, and the Kollam Thiruvananthapuram industrial cluster. Okay, these are the industrial areas of India. Yes, Bhumi, what do you want to ask? Please ask quickly.
Sir, India only Bangalore of IT hub or Hyderabad is also there.
Bhumi, again repeat. You are saying that India is only known for its IT hub, or there are other industries also?
No, sir, I'm not.
Your voice was cracking. You mean, is Bangalore only known for its IT industry or any other industry also?
No, sir. I'm asking that Hyderabad is also called IT hub or no?
Yes. Yes, Hyderabad is also another, you know, very famous and emerging IT hub of India. Yes, Hyderabad also, correct. So Bangalore is more prominent, but Hyderabad is also becoming, you know, a great IT hub in these days, in these years. अब आते industrial disasters, students. Very important. Bhopal gas tragedy. Very, 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 you know, fatal. One of the most worst of the industrial disasters which has ever happened. It happened in India. What happened? In industries, accidents, disasters mainly occur due to technical failure or irresponsible handling of hazardous material. But you all know, there are many industries who manufacture acids, gases, poisonous gases, and many of these things. Poisonous gases means those gases are poisonous for humans. Yes, there are chemical industries. They are mainly called chemical industries. So this Bhopal gas tragedy happened in one of such chemical factory. Its name was the Union Carbide factory. One of the worst, you all can see the screen now, industrial disaster.
Yes, yeah.
One of the worst industrial disasters of all time occurred in Bhopal on 3rd December 1984 around 00:30 AM means रात को 12:30 बजे at 12:30 AM in night. What happened? You know, obviously 12:30 बज रहा है, and in 3rd December everyone was asleep in Bhopal. It was a technological accident in which highly poisonous methyl isocyanate, MIC, This is very, very, very highly poisonous for humans. If we will inhale that gas, we will die. Gas along with hydrogen cyanide, another very dangerous gas, reaction produced leaked out of the pesticide of union carbide. That is highly poisonous methyl isocyanate and hydrogen cyanide. They reacted and it leaked out from the pesticide factory. See, it was a pesticide factory of union carbide. The gas leaked in the city. Imagine how horrible. The official death toll was 3,598 in 1989. Students, as we say, official death toll agar itna hai, so definitely more than 5,000 people died. Thousands who survived still suffer from one or many ailments like blindness, impaired immune system, gastrointestinal disorders, etc. It happened in 1989. So those people who inhaled the gas and did not die, they are still suffering. Some became blind, some became absolutely bedridden, someone's entire intestines were destroyed. Many such things happened. Can you imagine? रात को सब सो रहे हैं, suddenly a poisonous gas comes and you start dying, or you are disabled for the rest of your life. So remember, this was the Bhopal gas tragedy. Okay, it happened in 1989. It happened in 1984. By 1989, all these people died because of the reactions. Another industrial disaster happened in China. In another incident, on 23rd December 2005, due to gas well blowout in Gaoqiao, or maybe it is pronounced as Qiao, Chongqing, China, 243 people died. There was a gas well blowout. There are gas wells jahan se natural gas nikale jate hain. 9,000 were injured and 64,000 were evacuated, meaning they were sent to safe areas. Many people died because they were unable to run after the explosion. Those who could not escape in time suffered burns into their eyes, skins, and lungs from the gas. Here is a photograph of that time. Rescue operation in Gaoqiao. Risk reduction measures. हम क्या कर सकते हैं? What we all can do to reduce such measures? Who can read? Let us see. Alok or Advait? Anyone of you read? Advait or Alok? Anyone please read it quickly? Can't hear anything. Fine, I'm only reading. Remember, those students who never answer in the class, they are marked, okay? And you all will get less marks somewhere or the other. Densely populated residential areas should be separated far away from the industrial areas. जहाँ पे बहुत सारे industries हैं, वहाँ से populated areas को दूर करना चाहिए. That is, industrial areas should be far away from densely populated areas where there is too much of population. People staying in the vicinity means closeness of industries, should be aware of the storage of toxins or hazardous substances and their possible effects in any case of accident occurs. The भोपाल गैस ट्रेजेडी, भोपाल के लोगों को पता ही नहीं था कि इस इंडस्ट्री में बनता क्या है. They were not even aware that such kind of accident may happen. So if any people or population is living nearby an industry which is dealing with toxic or poisonous substances, then they should know about the storage of toxins and hazardous substances. Fire warning and fighting system should be provided. Everywhere there should be fire warning and fighting systems so that if fire spreads or something happens, help can reach quickly. Storage capacity of toxic substances should be limited. Toxic substances मतलब poisonous चीजों का industries में storage capacity कम होना चाहिए. It should be limited. Pollution dispersion qualities in the industry should be improved. Pollution dispersion मतलब industry, we all know industry से कितना pollution होता है, तो pollution को रोकने के लिए भी steps should be taken. Okay. Now, distribution of major industries. Everyone can see distribution of major industries, students?
Yes, sir.
Great. The world's major industries are the iron and steel industry. Dekho, these are world's most important of the industries. The world's major industries are the iron and steel industry. Remember, iron and steel industry is also known as the backbone of the infrastructural system. Without iron and steel, students, can any building be made? Can any industry be made? Can anything be done? Can any infrastructure, building, industries, or whatever, pulls, can be made without iron and steel?
No, sir.
That is why iron and steel is also known as the backbone of a economy. Then obviously iron and steel looks towards the infrastructure. Then we have the textile industry. We all need clothes. So yes, textile industry is one of the most important of the major industries. And after that, today's world cannot work without the information and technology industry. IT industry, computers, laptops, Wi-Fi, internet, whatnot. The iron and steel and textile industry are the older industries. You know, from the beginning of the industries, industrialization of the world, these industries were there. But information technology is an emerging industry, or it's a industry which is still emerging. Still it is developing. The countries in which iron and steel industry is located are Germany, USA, China, Japan and Russia. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि इंडिया में नहीं है iron and steel industry. These are the major countries. The top most countries where maximum number of iron and steel industries are there are Germany, USA, China, Japan and Russia. Textile industry is concentrated in India, Hong Kong, South Korea, Japan and Taiwan. Textile industry, you know, silk industry, cotton industry are mainly concentrated in these countries. The major hub of information technology industry are the Silicon Valley, but Silicon Valley is in USA, of Central California and the Bangalore region of India. Understood everyone? Which are the major industries and where they are located?
Sir, California.
What, Bhumi? Again say.
Sir, California is country or not?
Huh? Yes, Bhumi. Your question is not clear.
I think that California is country or not?
No, bacha. California is one of the part of USA. You can say Central California or California is one of the states of United States of America. Understood? It's one of the regions of USA. It is not another country. Okay? So, like Bangalore is a part of India. Students, isko zarur aap log likhenge. You will write it in the notes. Hopefully, you are making notes like this, that which countries are the major producers of iron and steel industry, or locations of iron and steel industry, which countries are known for its textile industry, and which countries are known for its information technology industry. Iron and steel industry. We'll talk about that first. उसके पहले glossary देख लेते हैं. Smelting. What is smelting? It's a process, industrial process. Remember, industries are three parts: inputs, processes, outputs. Smelting is one of the process of iron and steel industry. It is a process in which metals are extracted from their ores by heating beyond the melting point. Very important. You know, metals are mixed in rocks as ores, metal ores. So smelting is that process from which the metals are taken out from their rock ores. How? By heating those rocks beyond the melting point. They are melted, and later on those rocks are melted, and after that the ores are filtered out from those rocks. That is smelting. Acha, students all over present here right now. Hopefully you all will join at 4 p.m. today. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, and please ask your friends also. I can't see many students here. Aisha is not there. Krishna is not there. Prabal is not there. Siddharth. What happened to Siddharth? He's such a regular student. He is not there. Even yesterday he was not there. You know, so Drishti, all please contact your friends and ask them also to join the class. So little bit more I will teach you all. Like other industries, iron and steel industry too comprises of various inputs, processes and outputs. Every industry has these three components: input, processing and outputs. Yes. Yes, Drishti, you want to say something?
No, sir.
Okay. This is a feeder industry. याद है हम लोगों ने एकदम स्टार्टिंग में पढ़ा था बच्चों, iron and steel industry is a feeder industry, meaning iron and steel industry make iron and steel, and that iron and steel is used as raw materials for many other industries. So they are the feeder industries. So this is a feeder industry whose products are used as raw materials for the other industries. So feeder industry का मतलब क्या होता है? All those industries whose products are used as raw materials by other industries, they are called feeder industries. Just like the plywood industry. Okay. That is a feeder industry because plywoods are used as raw materials for many other companies, industries. The inputs for the industry include raw materials. अच्छा बच्चों, iron and steel industry के देखो main inputs क्या हैं? What are the main inputs? Iron ore, obviously iron ore, coal and limestone. Limestone is a special kind of a stone, you know, which is very soft. We have studied about limestone in one of the earlier classes. Along with, obviously, it will need labor, it will need capital, money, it will need a site, a location, and other infrastructure. So the inputs of iron and steel industry are, raw materials are iron ore, coal, limestone, and with that we will need labor, capital, site, and other infrastructure. The process of converting iron into steel involves many stages. बहुत से stages हैं. कैसे करके iron को steel? Do you all know this thing? That steel is also made up of from iron. Do you know that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully. So the process of converting iron ore into steel involves many stages. The raw material, पहले तो हम लोग को iron ore से iron को निकालना पड़ेगा. That is the first step. The raw material is put into the blast furnace, where it undergoes smelting. Blast furnace are these furnace, उसको हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं? Bhatti. In Hindi we call it bhatti, in which, you know, there is a fire to great, degree Celsius, very hot. So blast furnaces are very, very hot furnaces where the raw material of iron ore goes to the process of smelting. Then it is then refined. Then the iron ore which has been melted, it is refined and iron is taken out. The output obtained is steel, which may be used by other industries as raw materials. So हम लोग देखेंगे यहाँ पे how steel is made. Here it is beautifully shown. Can you see it? Steel बनाने के लिए क्या क्या चाहिए?
Yes, sir.
8 ton of coal, 8 ton of coals plus 4 ton of iron ore plus 1 ton of limestone equals to 1 ton of steel. So now you know, today when you will do your lunch in a steel plate, remember this thing, that okay, this steel which comes is from 8 ton of coal plus 4 ton of iron and 1 ton of limestone. Okay, so from there steel came, and from that steel this plate has been made, or thali was made. See, this is the blast furnace. From iron ore to steel in a blast furnace. So here iron ore and limestone and coke does not mean Coca-Cola. Coke is another mineral. Blast furnace is here. Hot air, slag. Slag means the waste material, and molten iron. So I will not take more time. We'll continue this. So in the next class in the evening, we will discuss about steel, what steel is used for, why steel called the backbone of modern industry. And then we will talk about where steel industries were located in different time periods. 1800s में कहाँ steel के factories बनते थे? What happened after 1950? This is also one of your answers. And then we will talk about Jamshedpur, which is a steel city, which is known for its steel factory, and Pittsburgh. Okay, everyone. So everyone now.